Morning, people. I really notice that I haven't done my tongue exercises. When I was walking up the stairs, feel the end of my tongue like that. It's because I have to do a lot of exercises for my jaw. But I'm just getting really wound up like this idiot put up a comment on one of my videos, right? Now, the person who'd watched it could have seen that I'm physically really decapitated and going through a lot of pain and suffering. And I don't know if it was a man or a woman, but the page was the name of a man. But it was when I was saying about really sexy, attractive people walking past on purpose for me, but then not actually speaking to me. And this person was like, what's someone's sexually attractive body got to do with you? And like, why do you need to know if they're single or not? Like a real kind of hostile, nasty kind of comment. And I was like, no. And then I was like, well, if people are walking past me on purpose as a sexual, pleasurable image, knowing that I would fancy them and then not talk to me, that's a kind of blasé, like sexual assault. And when they were like, well, why would you want to know if they're single or not? It's like, well, why would I want to talk to somebody that A, I'm sexually attracted to, that's in a relationship with someone else? And then that made me realise that the whole video that I made, that person who made that comment is exactly the sort of bullshit cunt people that I have in my life. Where they are so fucking arrogant. They're like, as if they think that I'm trying to corner them, like that. They're so fucking arrogant. And these egotistical people. Because in 1985, as I say, I went to a school called Berryfield, and I lived in a 3-bedroom house with 6 people in it. Mum and Dad in the big bedroom, me, my brother and my younger sister in one small room, and my half sister Kerry in her own room. Do you know what I mean? Like, how thick? If my dad had half a brain, he'd have put like me and my brother and him in one room, in a big room, my sister and another sister in the other room, and then like had a fucking bedroom where they could do what the fucking bullshit things they get up to do. You know? Like, when I was looking on my YouTube analytics and it said I had a couple of comments, I was like, oh, I was expecting like someone to say, hey, I got your back, I got your support, I know what you're saying, and trying to offer me some advice. But like these arrogant, egotistical, like crusaders, like, what's my body got to do with you? Well, it's got everything to do with me when you're walking past my bullshit film set on purpose just to be sexually appealing to myself, but then not even come up and acknowledge me and speak to me. And second of all, like, when they're like, and what's it got to do with you if they're single or not? You know, and you can tell straight away that a comment like that means that these people don't know what the word relationship means. They just go around and fuck every single one of each other, which is probably what most people that I've met do. Yeah, so it really upset me. I was just downstairs, like, just woken up eating my cheese on toast. The fucking, like, just waking up after a real rough, I mean, I didn't have a rough night, I had a good night's sleep, but because I had been drinking for like 3 days in a row, like, I needed to go a whole day without drinking. And if you're a fellow drinker yourself, you'll know what that is like. And then I had to go to sleep that night, and as a fellow drinker, you'll know what I'm saying. And then, but I had money, and normally I don't drink when I've run out of money, but I had money and I wanted to be brave and strong and get through the day without drinking. But yeah, my message to you people out there who watch these videos, don't leave nasty, hostile comments. I don't need it. I'm not even actually making videos for anyone. I'm doing it for my tongue exercise. And sometimes I have to do hocus pocus talk, which is meaningless talk. Right? So not everything I say, some things I say, in fact I say a lot of things I say are exactly how I feel. But sometimes when I'm doing my tongue exercises, I have to do hocus pocus talk, which is meaningless talk. Okay, just to carry on talking. Because in the past I used to only say things that had meaning. And when you only say things that that have meaning, if you don't know a lot of things that have meaning, then you're not going to say anything, hardly anything at all. And that's why there's the word monosyllabic, people who hardly say anything. And I guess the people who hardly say anything only try and say something meaningful, you know. But if you don't know a lot of meaningful things, then you'll end up not going to be saying hardly anything, you know. I'll give you the link of the person that did it. And the thing is, when I went onto their page, they only had 4 videos, and like, I think they were selling something. I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying too much attention because I was really offended. But how dare they come on my fucking page and say something like absolutely ridiculous, showing that they're as thick as 2 short planks, as the saying goes. But yeah, I haven't got a razor. My friend had this really expensive razor. When I went into the shop, it was like, I think it was like £22 or £28, and it's really amazing. But I actually prefer to have a beard. I know you have to go through a bit of a gay stage with a beard, because the first few days of growing it, it just looks like whiskers and someone unkempt, shall we say. But when you let it grow for a week or 2 weeks, it starts looking like a good thing. And I do prefer myself with a beard, but yeah, I want to start bringing more colour in my life, because one thing I've noticed in the last year or so when I walk around Wickham is everybody wears like dark clothes, black clothes, blue clothes, and they kind of look like foot soldiers from like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And there was this, I was lying in bed earlier, and I was picturing this couple of women, and one of them was just wearing all purple, and another one was just wearing like all orange or all green or something like that. So I thought, yeah, because this colour, I think it is a nice jacket. It wasn't very expensive. It was only about £30 from Sainsbury's Clothing. But I just think it's a little bit hostile. I don't know if you think that's true, but you know, just add a little bit of colour. But wow, when I was at the garage yesterday, they sell these well cool things. Like, you know when there's like those sections where you can buy like little gadgets. And they had this one that looked like, because I want to buy a chest harness for my phone so that I can plonk my phone in the harness and then just walk around everywhere knowing that I film everything that I do. But yeah, there was like this headlight light sort of thing, and so if you're walking in the dark, just like really neat, cool little things. But yeah, I've realised now, I realised the other day, the only reason why I drink it is because I'm looking for a fight. And I didn't realise it. I thought that I used to drink because I wanted to party and dance to music and sing and shit like that. And one thing, the only reason why I used to do that was because I never used to speak because I spent so much time on my own. When I'd get paid, I would drink alcohol, which would then make me speak lots, sing lots, and it was, all I'd be doing was to exercise my tongue. But I realised that, yeah, and I got myself into a real dangerous situation the other day. I was quite drunk, and I walked past these men at a building site, and then I was going to go up to them and tell them that they've died because of my bullshit afterliftic experience. So I would, and the ground was really, like when you walk into a building site, it's like walking in a muddy field at like a music festival, like near the end of it, if it's been raining. And I ended up like walking up to them and they could have attacked me. And I left because, and then I got out a whole packet of cigarettes, which I'd smoked about 2 or 3, and then I put the cigarettes on the bin with a lighter and walked off. And that's the thing, I do things when I'm drunk that I would never ever do if I was sober. But now I know the only reason why I used to drink was 2 reasons: either to get beaten up on CCTV so that I could finally get compensation for all my sick, disgusting injuries that have gone completely unpunished, or to fucking hurt someone for the pain that I'm in. But now I know that, I don't think I'm gonna drink again, because now I know it. But yeah, I do my placebo. I have to get my can. Yeah, so if you are an alcoholic out there, or if you drink a lot of alcohol to self-medicate through pain. See, I don't drink alcohol because I'm addicted to it. Because I only drink alcohol when I smoke a bit of weed. But if you said to me, Paul, you can drink tonight, but you can't have any weed, cannabis, I'd be like, nah. And if they said to me, Paul, you can smoke cannabis tonight, but you can't have any alcohol, I'd be like, nah. I just do them together. But yeah, so if you are a drinker yourself, what you have to do, is what helps me, is get yourself like a cider can and just fill it with water. Yeah, it's really fucked up when you have OCD, like I do. You create a situation where people know about you, and you convince yourself that they know about you and that they're attacking you and that you hate them and they hate you. But then you'll do something or you'll say something that's bad for you. So then what you would do is then be like, oh, that person doesn't know me and they don't know anything about me, and you go through like those sort of in and out sort of experiences. And again as well, that's why I love making these videos, because now my videos are 14 minutes long. If I hadn't pressed record there, I would legitimately not said anything in the last 14 minutes. But what that does is, when I don't say anything, is I get OCD, where I'll have a thought, and then I'll have a thought on that thought, and then I'll end up saying something unacceptable, hard to dismiss and hard to ignore. And as you can hear there, because I'm a real lazy smoker, I only smoke with my left hand. I don't know why, because I'm not even left-handed. But I'm like that. And the thing is, what I've done is over time is like blocked like the left hand side of my lung, just through having a broken nose, having my jaw bent, all the horrors. But yeah, so I've got a couple of so I'm really proud of myself because I had money yesterday and I had enough money to go and buy a drink, and I didn't. And it's because I learned two things. My the fact that I drink water from a can, cider can though, not a lager can, because I don't, like, if you gave me like, say, a can of Stella or a can of Foster's, or you gave me a can of K cider or Black Storm cider, I'd finish the cider first because it's like sweeter and easier for me to like digest, or like how I like it. So that's why you can't do placebo in a can that you wouldn't down from, you know. But yeah, oh yeah, as well, I really love the fitness app on the iPhone, because you can like create your own personalized fitness regimes. And for me, I've always had a weak underbelly. I've never had abs. I've never really had any muscles, but the one area that I've never targeted in my life is my abs. And like, I remember this video once, this guy said to this other guy, what do you do to work out your core? And the guy said, I do abs. But am I reading it right? It feels like it is. Turn it off. Right, maybe my window's not open enough. But yeah, that's the strange thing about afterlife shit, is you go through moments where you think they've got absolutely no personal space whatsoever. But it is getting stronger. Like when I first started getting my psychosis 16 years ago, I wasn't going through these horrors. But like thinking about it now, I think this would be the worst. Because if something starts this small, right, as a ghost, and you're alive, you know, then when after a few years and years and years, they suddenly become this big, and then suddenly become that big, and then suddenly become a normal size, I think like you pass through it. Like, because I haven't been through it myself, I don't know, but yeah, you can tell the placebo effect as well, right? Because if I had a glass, right, and I drank the glass of water, sorry, the only reason I'm coughing is because I'm thirsty. But yeah, that's the placebo effect. Like if I had a glass with this amount of water in it and I drank it, I wouldn't be thirsty. I'd be like, I'm replenished. I no longer need a drink. But with this, when you drink water from a can, the same amount of water that you would in a glass, it doesn't do it to your body a replenishment of water, of like fluids, because your body it must digest it in a different way, or it must like do something, but it does fucking work. And yeah, and I read up about loud thoughts yesterday. I thought loud thoughts was something that only happened to people who have died or go into heaven, or kind of maybe reliving like a part of their life or something. But loud thoughts come from really bad trauma to yourself, emotionally and physically, and it just needs you like really stressed and really a lot of pain. It's incredible, isn't it? It's incredible. But loud thoughts are scary, because what happens if when you go and talk to someone, like say a doctor, when that doctor speaks back to you, it's only your loud thought that you hear. So fucked up. But yeah, like, when I lived in Princess Risborough in the 80s, when I was 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and 8, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 3, 4, 5, yeah, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, so for the 5 years I lived there, I lived in a room smaller than this one, with me, my brother and my sister in it. So I would have been 3, my sister would have been 2, my brother would have been 4, right? So by the time we went to leave, my brother would have been 8, I would have been 7, and my sister would have been 6. Yeah, and they put us all in one room, and put my old, like, and we had bunk beds, so you'd walk in the room and there'd be a bunk bed, and then a single bed. My sister was on the single bed, and I was on the top bunk, and my brother was on the bottom bunk. But my half sister had her own room. Like, well, why would that happen? You know, it's just weird, fucked up shit. And I think the same thing happened as well when we moved to Woburn. We moved to a 4-bedroom house from the council, and my mum and dad was in one room, me and my brother was in another, and my sister, 2 sisters had their own room. You know, and my dad used to say to me that he was an engineer, and that he used to build ejector seats for planes, yeah. But after my experience of this afterlife and hearing his fucking voice, I don't think the guy was quite as intelligent as he's made out to be. And check this out, like towards the end, when he's retired now, but the last, say, 15 years, 20 years of him working there, all he did was just go abroad on business. But I reckon he was just fucking flying around the world, going on holidays all the time with women and men that he would fucking want to be with. Like, pretending that he was going there on business. I think the guy's full of shit. That's why I wish Pinocchio was a reality. I think that would have been a great reality, because these fucking lying bastards, they say, and the thing is, with my mum and my dad, they love asking me questions. But when I ask them a question, they're like, why do you want to know that? You know, oh, I hate them, I just hate them, I hate my parents so much. I would just love it if someone could put my dad in a chair, in a room, that he couldn't leave until I've asked him all the questions that I want to ask him. But the guy's such a fucking coward. You know what it is? I think it's because the warmer weather's coming now, isn't it? Like, it's almost March. We're marching in a week. No, less than that, fucking hell. What's the date today? So it'll be the 27th on Wednesday. So we march on Friday. So it's Saturday. So it's less than a week till spring. So these winter hats and these winter coats, if you can call this a winter coat, will suddenly be obsolete for a few months. Yeah. I think that's what you have to do, because like right then when I was coughing, I was like, oh no, I'm going to have to stop the video because I've swallowed water down the wrong hole and I'm coughing. But that's going against the ethos and the point of why I make the videos, because then I would only be doing something meaningful. I'd only be saying something meaningful. But I can't make them too long at a time because sometimes they take ages to upload. So, thank you for watching, party people, and remember, don't leave nasty comments on my page, because like, if you do, then it means you're not as intelligent as you think you are, because I don't even know who the hell you are, and I'm not even speaking to you anyway. If I say something that offends you, then just like go away. You know? Like, what's that person's body got to do with you? It's like, did you even watch the video, you moron? And why does it matter if they're single or not? It's like, mate, get the fuck out.